Hello and welcome to yet another episode of 20,000 Leagues Under the Internet. I'm your captain this week. My name is John, and with me, as always, are these two fellas, Kyle Luck in blue and Harland in tangerine. Come in. Are you guys coming in, boys?
Coming in hot and spicy.
Good.
Coming in nice and clear is what I'm coming in.
Yes. Welcome to the show. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good this week?
I am. I'm still trying to get all my things in order. Kyle likes to pull the trigger without giving us a countdown like they do on the movies. So I'm organizing all my stuff here.
Should I get a fucking clapper thing? What if I literally clapped on the show with a clap on or clapper? A clap
That's
on.
how you started recording.
Strap on the clap on.
Whoa. Put that
Give it
on.
a good couple claps.
Hey, I think you just made another Shark Tank invention.
Yep.
Speaking of Shark Tank, I want to jump right into Catch of the Week. I think each of us kind of maybe has something. Mm-hmm. And I saw something that was on the real Shark Tank with a K.
Okay.
And it's been trending on the internet. I follow on Twitter an account called Exploding Topics, where they basically just
You got to keep your distance. So you
they
don't get maimed.
they basically just look up trends through Google Trends, and then they show you the peak. It's exploding, right?
Nice.
And I saw this one this morning, and the search term is human dog bed.
Ooh, this sounds pretty good already to me. I just want to keep it in the corner of my living room and just nap in it whenever I want.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. That's exactly what it is, basically.
It sells itself.
Look, a lot of people,
Sean's having a hard time.
Really struggling. He's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me?
a lot of people these days, they're living in studios, they're living in one bedrooms, and their regular bed is their human dog bed. And
Exactly, John.
I think that
thank
should be
you.
enough. I think that should be enough for people. And frankly, the late 70s, early 80s did beanbag chairs, and I think we as a society decided on them.
Yeah, they're no good. Get rid of them. They're like water beds. Get them out of here.
I think you guys are wrong.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Kyle was from Santa Cruz.
Right. Yeah.
Man. Here's what I'm gonna say. I think the more beds you can have, the better, because each bed you can have a
Oh
job
boy,
for.
man.
Okay.
Wow.
check
What an
this out.
opinion. What a hot take.
You gotta have. You could have a studio, John. I don't give a shit. I want everywhere filled with beds, and each bed is its own territory
Now,
and
Kyle,
region.
I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause real quick there. If I'm hearing you correctly, what you're looking for is some sort of fall about, everywhere is a mattress kind of padded room kind of thing. Is that what we're talking about?
You sound like I'm a flippant man, John. I'm a very intentional man. Let me just set it. Let me set the fucking record straight.
That's such a Victorian way to call this dog bed. I need to get a fall about for my hysterical bride.
Yes, a fall about. That's actually. Oh wow, that's another brand name in its own. A fall about.
Honestly, that's what this should have been called.
The booze a little too hard. Just you can come home and fall about.
Okay.
I want many beds. I want a bed for sleeping, of course. I want a bed that's optimized for sexy times. Also, of course. I also want a bed that's optimized for eating. I also want a bed that's optimized. Hold on a second. Because there's crumbs that are going to happen. I don't want to be rolling around and find a rogue breadcrumb in my sheets.
I see what you're saying.
Sleep.
You want a bed specifically, a separate bed for eating in.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All the things I've listed so far are their own zones. I want a bed for watching sports. I want a bed.
You don't watch sports. What?
Well, if I did, I'd want a bed to watch it in, dude.
A little race car bed.
Saying.
That's what that one would be for.
Yeah.
That's my NASCAR watching bed. There's any amount of beds. If there's a thing that you can do, I want a bed for it.
Okay.
And I think that's a good thing. So the fall about bed, the human dog bed, I'm down for. If that's my napping solution, that's fine. If I have to compromise for just one extra bed in addition to my normal bed, that's also fine. I can deal with it. I'll take the human dog bed.
I have multiple tabs open. I was gonna read through some stuff, but man, we have really thrown.
We did it.
I don't know that I have to say much more. The company is called Pluffle.
Well, they missed it. That's fall about. Should have been the.
Yeah, it should have been fall about. PLUFL. So again, just dropping all the vowels they possibly can.
Why is this thing $500 fucking dollars?
Yeah, that's one of them, baby, and it's tiny. It's too small.
Your feet hang off of it.
No, you
Kyle,
tuck them
yes.
underneath the edge.
We call this first one the cuddle monster. You get in, hug that plush pillow bolster, and tuck your feet to get those toes cozy. This is for you taller guys that want to fully stretch out your legs, and when you do this, you're gonna feel like you're floating on a cloud. Look how comfortable he looks. And if you're having a bad day, well...
It's fetal or bust in this.
Yeah. Basically, if you want to stretch out, get on a fucking couch, man. Sorry, don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, sure. Get on your sports bed.
But this feels very reminiscent of the Nugget a little bit, in that it was a similar story where these two guys came up with this concept in college, and on their website they say, as tired college students, we took a lot of naps, but our issue? There weren't any comfortable places to nap on campus. So their idea, to reiterate, was to create a human-sized dog bed to carry around campus and just plop down? Like, what? I don't understand.
What in the fuck is like
you're in the library and you just find like an empty fucking column of books and
look,
just like.
let me read. I'm on the website currently, and I want to quickly fire off the benefits to you that are listed
I missed this part.
on this this particular shopping page. Benefits, okay?
Okay.
Tuck your hands and feet under the plush pillow border and experience sensory relief.
Hey, I'm pretty sure your bed and your duvet do that.
Benefit 2.
Oh, okay. There's
built-in pillow bolster lets you elevate your feet and reduce tension.
What the fuck?
I'm not sure that's really
these are
a necessary additive.
This sounds made up. They're making up problems.
Visual at all.
Benefit 3. Made with ultra soft, soothing material that helps reduce stress and anxiety. I'm pretty sure that's probably filed under sensory relief in the earlier benefit that you noted. So
they're reaching for benefits
other
here.
than being a dog bed that's quite large, I don't really see what you're selling me here for $500.
I also love that they just call whatever this thing is made out of material. It doesn't specify if it's cotton, merino wool. Most likely, guys, it's fucking acrylic and it's made of plastic. So
it's gonna get hot.
It's gonna get hot and sweaty. No moisture wicking. That should have been a benefit, right? But it doesn't do that.
It's a bed for a short time, not a long time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100% polyester plush fabric.
Yuck, dude. Don't buy this thing.
No, thank you.
The other thing that really bothered me about this is I don't like when you put the word human in front of other products that are not made for humans. It sounds dirty and nasty, wrong, an affront against God. Why is this? We have beds, we have couches. Why buy a whole other piece of furniture? Yeah. It's crazy to me.
Kyle, what do you have to say for yourself?
Look, I'm not trying to like get like a I'm not trying to rename something. I'm calling it what it is. I'm talking about buying multiple beds.
You're a man of many mattresses.
Yes, I am. I actually, there's fucking 4 in my house right now.
Well, facts are facts.
Yeah, and not that I put them all here. They just ended
Kyle,
up here.
you know what you should do in your house? You should just basically like get those, what they use in like dojos, and just line your entire house in dojo mats.
That's great.
Oh my God. That I could just sleep
That, like,
anywhere. Now it's a really true fall-about house.
Plasticky, yes, fall-about mats.
I call my house the fall-about shelter.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I see what you did there.
Does that play?
Yeah, that plays.
Okay.
It's a little wordy in the middle, but
it's also scary about the reality of reality. But fall-about shelter.
You might say that you are a fall-about boy.
Yes, I might be a fall-about boy.
Dude.
I'm fall about it, John. I'm fall about it. This sucks.
That was the Pluffle human dog bed that I'm pretty sure is a scam and they're ripping you off.
Mine it happened today. Or no, I'm sorry. Today's the 2nd. Yesterday, November 1st.
Okay.
A very good day.
Tim Heidecker
Okay.
Yes.
of Tim and Eric fame decided to test the limits, I would say. Maybe just test
the
Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
How strong the new moderation
The viability
is. Yes.
of the new regime that it is. And he tweeted out at 2:27 p.m. yesterday, November 1st, 2022, the year of our Lord. Here's what we know. Number 1, Trump is dead. Died badly, in parentheticals.
Died badly.
Number 2, Elon Musk has suppressed this news, parentheticals, or has he? Number 3, Donald Trump Jr. is now just plain Donald Trump. Please like and
That's the one
share.
that got me. That's the one that got me. Donald Trump Jr., just Donald Trump.
Yeah, so clearly he did this to see just basically how the fuck long it would take anybody at Twitter to take him down, because misinformation was one of the biggest issues with Twitter, especially leading up to the last election cycle. And now we are hot before the midterms.
Yeah.
And yeah, we need to...
So is it still up? Is that tweet still up?
Very much so.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
no,
I guess I'm not
Harlan,
surprised.
It's beyond that. It's still up. The hashtag Trump is dead is actually trending now.
Yes, that was kind of the goal.
Incredible.
So he's not.
Let's just
but
keep doing
Twitter,
that.
Twitter says yes to that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he just fired the entire board of directors and appointed himself CEO. Elon Musk. Not Trump, Elon Musk.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I think, is that like kind of a common thing when you like buy a company, you walk in and go, everybody out? Is that a thing? I don't
Absolutely
I don't fucking
not,
know, dude.
It's not,
Like-
dude. It's so not.
I mean, for me, it's like, wouldn't you want to like talk to those people and be like, okay, tell me the rundown of like what the day to day is like? Elon Musk is just like, everybody out.
No, it's
Everybody's gone.
There's a longer thread apparently that he said many are sad by the news. I heard he died in a sad and sick way. Parentheticals, not as a dog, but this reporting could change soon.
oh my god.
There's so much like crazy ass new shit since Musk took over on Thursday of last week. We haven't even touched the fact that he bartered with Stephen King on the price,
Which
of
that
the
wasn't
verified
his
checkmark.
point. That was not the point Stephen King was trying to make.
Stephen King, for those that don't know, tweeted that if he was going to be charged $20 a month to have a verified blue checkmark on Twitter, he would leave. Elon responded by saying, how about $8? And that's apparently what he decided to run with.
And he's like, we got to pay the bills somehow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you guys probably should figure out how you're going to pay the bills before you bought the 40-something billion? What do you
44.
Yeah, 44 billion. Well, the thing is that, I mean, Twitter for the longest time has always been hard for advertisers, or for Twitter to get advertisers on their platform, because it's already been such a divisive, vitriolic place. You don't want to align your brand with that community. And now it's like they're fleeing. Like a bunch of advertisers are like, we're going to put our shit on pause until we see what Elon is doing.
Because they don't want their products like emblazoned amongst hate speech.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
He is a certified troll.
Yeah,
and
so his solution is to
Loose
charge
cannon.
people for the blue check.
history has taught us anything. Nobody wants to pay for something that was free before.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Also,
and it should be the other way around. Sorry to interrupt you, Kyle. Twitter should be paying its creators for putting content on its platform and attracting more users.
Also, I love that you get priority if you buy. I could get a blue check for $8 a month.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would get priority on response time. It doesn't fucking matter.
That's
Guys,
you know that's what we should use that $8 a month from Patreon is buy a blue check mark. That's what we're gonna
Hell
do.
yeah. We're gonna get that priority, baby.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Although I don't really want to give money to the Musk man.
No,
so.
I know.
That's true. Do you guys want to shift into our topic tonight?
Yeah.
All right, great.
I'm like, do I?
I don't want to talk about Elon Musk anymore, if I'm being
Well,
honest.
don't worry, we're not going to.
Thank God.
This is going to
What
be.
if John was like, actually, guys, we're going to talk about Elon
We're
Musk.
going to talk about Tesla.
Night.
Elon Musk. We're going to talk about eLaughter. Let's dive in.
I don't know what's coming.
what I want to talk about is how we all laugh on the internet.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Lol, 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 ha 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 ha.
Very much that, yes. So, the term ha-ha, H-A-H-A, no space in between,
Of course.
is dated back to the 17th century
Shut
England and does not have any roots in comedy.
Shut up. Wait.
I won't.
Wait.
I won't.
It doesn't.
He cannot be silenced.
Simply cannot.
It doesn't have
will
roots in
keep lying.
comedy?
No, a ha-ha refers to a sunken hole that prevented livestock from reaching the lands of an estate. The ditch in front of
that's
a
comedy.
ha-ha wall.
Just watch a cow fall into a big old hole. Oh boy, John, this have its roots in comedy. Actually,
Kyle,
I think it did.
Kyle,
I think
you're
it did.
not far off because it says the
Okay,
ditch in front of a ha-ha wall was only noticeable when up close, and the unusual name is believed to have been derived from the exclamations of surprise uttered by those who encountered these hidden walls.
oh,
Ha-ha!
I sounded kind of like Goofy.
Exactly.
So it's people encountering ha-has saying the thing out loud like a Pokemon. And
Well, no, that's where the name came from.
Oh, it was the other way
so
around.
Yeah.
they named it because of the reaction.
Yes.
Was it a ha-ha or an aha? You know what I mean? Like an
Ha-ha.
aha.
H-A-H-A.
You didn't get me this time, aha hole.
Ha ha.
I mean, it could be potato, honestly.
Sure,
in
okay,
this,
right.
This situation. But,
Chicken to the egg, kind of, I think, a little bit too.
the first usage of LOL appeared in a Canadian chat room 27 years ago and coined by a man who described it as a response to a joke by a friend named Sprout. It was, quote, so funny, the man explained, that I found myself truly laughing out loud, echoing off the walls of my kitchen.
Wow.
The Sprout guy sounds like a real
The
gas.
fucking
Ow.
fact that we can trace the very first LOL back to its source definitively is I cannot overstate this enough. Incredible.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about this a little bit in the group chat the other day about it was like how every kid growing up knows the same fucking parody songs.
Oh, I thought you were
somehow.
gonna say the Marilyn Manson removed his ribs to suck his own dick fact. Because that was
that
also
too.
something that every school across the country we knew about.
We did
Which-
talk about that recently also.
That was told to me like, hey, don't tell anybody this, but like I heard Marilyn Manson got
fucking
a couple rib
sicko.
removed so he could suck his own dick. I was like, wow, that's a really good secret. Thanks for telling me that. And I took it to my grave until now. But it's like apparently everybody learned that secret as well as all the different ways to kill Barney.
Oh, yeah.
And the Batmobile lost its wheel and the Joker got away. So
Yeah.
everyone knows all these fucking songs.
So weird.
And so now LOL is used by everybody as well. But how does it start? By a dude named Sprout in Canada making a sick joke. To the point
joke.
where a dude had to invent
couldn't-
a way to express himself via
Yeah,
text.
he couldn't even type out. He was laughing so hard. He only could type out LOL on his keyboard.
He almost couldn't contain himself.
Oh, shit.
The only thing that squeaked out was LOL. And
Yeah.
then here we are.
So textual representations of laughter go back all the way to Chaucer, who fancied the onomatopoeic ha-ha to convey merriment in his writing.
Okay.
And Shakespeare
Yes.
preferred the more staccato ha-ha, like separated. So H-A, comma, H-A.
Okay. A little more pretentious.
Exactly. But there now these days, ha ha ha, like in all capitals or however it comes across in a text message or over Slack or email or whatever, can either be between I'm dying laughing or I literally never want to talk to you again.
Yes. It is.
It really runs
Yeah.
a massive gamut.
Now,
There's so much passiveness in
yes,
it too.
I have, this is how I communicate when I'm genuinely laughing. And it seems maybe counterintuitive, or maybe not. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But when I'm actually legitimately laughing at something my friends sent me, I will make sure to go out of my way to misspell the ha-has I will do like HAHAHHHAAH.
Like chaos.
Absolute
so
chaos.
I did want to get into this in a little bit of exactly how we convey certain things,
true
because
laughter.
I have coming up a little bit of a breakdown of certain things. So we will get to that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Because that's
I have a lot of
honestly
thoughts
the
as
most
well.
interesting part of this whole thing to me. There have been studies done about this. Facebook did a survey of eLaughter on its platform in 2015. That information is no longer available online, unfortunately.
Bastards.
Obviously, Meta's a total shit show, but
God, yeah.
laughter.
John, can I interrupt you
Go
for
ahead.
with a terrible fucking joke?
Yes.
When you said Facebook did studies, and in my mind I was like, yes, they studied both faces and
my
books.
God,
They went to the
bud.
That
books
was-
and they went to the faces.
That was a thought I had in my head, and I couldn't shake it. Like, if you're watching the video, you will see when John said
Wheels
that, I had
turning.
a physical reaction where I was, like, concerned for my well-being because of that thought I had. Like, wow, really great joke there, Kyle. No one
Thank you
is
for slowing the
LOLing.
show down
Yes.
for that.
I had to just, you gotta pull the curtain back every now and
Yes.
again. It's good content. Easy to clip for TikTok.
Yep.
That's definitely
Absolutely
getting clipped
crushed the
now,
landing.
baby.
Obviously, studies on language and how we use it and all of these things. And linguists will tell you that laughter establishes closeness and conveys meaning. It also sends micro messages in our conversations through length, tone, intonation, and facial expressions. So obviously, like when you're interfacing with somebody on a real level,
Yeah.
you can notice all of these things, and it's very personal. And how everybody laughs, obviously, to anyone who has ever listened to us laugh, we all have very different and distinct laughs that make us unique.
Yes.
And in all of that laughter also, it does the work of establishing cohesion and connection. And so it's basically telling the other person that you're talking to that you're comfortable enough to laugh around
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Like you are, it's like a comfort thing. So in the text form, let's go into some of the things
because
that people send. So you have your standard ha ha ha, which is H-A-H-A H-A. Capital at the front, all the rest lowercase.
Exactly.
What we're going to
Party in the
establish
front.
as our baseline basic laughter. I sent some earlier today. You see something in a group text, you think it's funny, a ha 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 ha.
So we're not saying the ha ha is our baseline. We're saying the three ha's is the baseline.
Yes,
Okay.
but it will lengthen with a little bit of a heighten, or
Sure.
it will shorten to a ha-ha with sort of like varying influx.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, if you're going for it and you capitalize all those motherfuckers, that's really funny. Or if you just do a capital H-A exclamation point, that's also just basically like a one
punch man.
punch hop.
That's so effective, and actually Harlan utilizes that one when you.
Oh
really
yeah,
get 'em.
I utilize
Yeah.
the single H-A all caps.
all
as
caps.
do I.
I
yes,
think
I like
also
that one a
because
lot.
for me on a
no
deep
cap.
personal level, that's just the closest to how I sound in real life sometimes. I will let
Yes.
out a ha! One of those just real quick and scare the shit out of somebody a mile away. So
I've heard it.
Yeah,
I found you in a
Don't go
crowd because of
camping.
that.
Yeah,
It's like
that's true. Campsites rue him for his.
it's the cowbell around the cow.
Moving on, we have he.
Dude, I don't even remember the last time I ever typed that.
Well, this is why. Because the New Yorker
mischievous.
did an entire huge fucking article about how it is the young person's e-laugh.
Oh, it makes me feel disgusted.
It makes me feel like
not for
I'm
you.
up to no good.
Yes.
It is not
I
for you.
I think maybe I've done it in like not ironically, sarcastically or sardonically. Hee-hee. When I'm being a little stinker,
So
I'll do
there
a
is-
hee-hee.
There is that. In this New Yorker article, which is lengthy and full of personal anecdotes as a New Yorker article should be, it talks about the age demographic of the person writing it, talking about how he, all like in a line with no spaces, reminds them of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay.
because Scooby-Doo laughs like that. He goes, he.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
Right? That's pretty good.
That was extremely
yeah,
good.
I mean, I think that needs an A, like some W's and like a U maybe in there somewhere.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah, you had the nice
But-
rise and fall there. That was good.
There was also them referencing the mischievous
Yeah.
laugh. So where that came from. But I mean, my wife uses it all the time. She's younger than I am. It is a younger person's
Well, she-
colloquial
Sure,
version.
sure.
She
of
is
that.
also much smaller than you, so
She is.
I think
yes.
it also has to do with like your physical stature sometimes, the laughs that you decide to use. Again, how do you
Yes.
want to be perceived via text
Yes.
message?
Walk
Yes.
softly and carry a big hee-hee.
Now we get to our classic, our lol,
Oh god.
which is really the bread and butter of this episode. Let me tell you.
I think too the lol has kind of come in and out of fashion over the years.
It has.
Lovely.
It has. So, if anybody's wondering, it stands for laugh out loud. And according to this particular New York Times article that I read, which I vehemently disagree with, they say, which actually means the opposite because nobody using lol has actually laughed out loud since at least 2015. It's like saying K.
So
Or if you give a single ha, it's basically saying fuck
Yeah.
you.
I have literally typed out, I'm literally laughing out loud in an effort to let someone know that the thing they
See-
sent me.
The lol is actually valid.
Yes, like I'm not like I can't say LOL because if they send me this dope ass like video and I just respond with LOL.
But
very
I
pa-
think
like-
when you type
It feels terse.
it does, but I think it's more sincere an emotion than going all so far out of your way to type out, I am literally laughing out loud. That feels like you're overcompensating and you're worried that the other person is worried that you don't think what they sent you is as funny as it actually is.
Welcome to my brain. And why I was right before we started recording this episode, I was telling my wife, I was like exploring all the different ways to offend somebody, and I was like, and this is
I love
exactly
that
one of those
that's just-
situations.
The
where I-
conversation in the Luck household.
No, it's so easy to accidentally offend
Sure.
somebody, and how if you think about it, like you will drive yourself insane trying to cater to everyone else's sensitivity while you go out of your way, like
Yeah.
you just said, Harlan, to be like, dude, I'm literally laughing out loud at the fucking thing you sent me. Don't even act like I'm
Yeah.
not. I want you to know that I value the link that you found and sent to me.
Meanwhile, the other
and I-
person
And that
is
person
like,
is leapt off a cliff.
meanwhile-
on the toilet, like I thought this was kind of funny, made me poop.
yeah, they're
faster.
like, it's just a meme, dude. Like, chill out. It's just the dancing pumpkin guy. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Any questions? That one? David?
No,
the
different one.
Oh, okay.
The
Oh,
PBS.
There is ha 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 separated by spaces.
No.
Which
Makes me.
indicates.
a serial killer.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
according to the New York Times, this is what
Okay.
it indicates. It's a very like ha ha.
Oh,
ha.
interesting.
Like very like, oh, I get it. Funny joke.
Lethargic,
Yes. Sips
condescending.
martini kind of thing.
You son of a bitch.
I've uncovered your madness, you little
Yes.
sneak.
Which I don't think I've ever taken it
I've
as
never-
that,
no.
as somebody who maybe I've never received it properly. Maybe it's never been in a situation where I would be exposed to that kind of ha ha.
Although, I guess you make a good point, John, in never really receiving that version. Trying to think about looking at my phone, trying to empathize with the scenario.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Realize this. I think maybe I would think that. I think I would think, wow, fuck you.
This is
If
going
you-
to
if
change
you
everything
received-
for us going after
You
this
know what?
episode.
This is honestly
Oh,
a
man.
conversation that every friend group should have before they give each other
Yeah.
their phone numbers.
I kind of agree with you, actually. This is like a new standard. You have to establish. All right, for this, we're gonna start a new group chat, boys. We're
What
sitting
are
down.
the
We're
rules?
like,
What's
clean
everybody's
slate.
safe
Clean
words?
slate.
So you order pizzas, you get some beers in there, you fucking sit around and you lay the fucking ground
Yes.
rules down before you guys initiate a new WhatsApp group chat.
Exactly.
I was thinking about this particular ha 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 thing and with the spaces, and I couldn't help but thinking about just a ha space ha, and I cannot separate that from Nelson Muntz for myself.
Totally.
So that's the only thing that I can interject into this particular
I have
segment
a quick
of this,
tangent.
but-
I don't know if this comes up. Hey guys, what about punctuation? What about a ha 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 with a period, dude?
Ooh, fuck. Don't
They
even.
do. So there was a ha ha ha, the 3 no spaces with a question mark, which is like, yes, this is funny, but should I be laughing
that
at
one
it?
I get. That one's exactly.
Oh man, I can't wait to use all of these new
But
tools
period,
at my
a
disposal.
period bothers
There's definitely
me.
some in here that I have never fucking heard. Yes, period.
Yeah, it sounds
That's a period
bitchy.
per
Like a
ha.
period after each one of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
that
Like,
I
you
think is
got
actually
me.
kind of fucking funny. But just ha 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 period is the one where I'm like, you seem
What is
too
happening to that guy?
serious, motherfucker. I don't believe you.
John, can I discuss how I use it to soften messages, or are you going to cover that?
Oh, we'll get to
yeah.
that.
Okay, cool,
Yeah, we'll
cool.
we'll definitely get to
I have
that.
some great examples. I'd like
Kyle's
to
gonna
read
pull
out.
up old work emails.
Can we discuss this? Can we analyze how my tone here?
It's my number one bread and butter move, so I just want to make sure we spend some time on it.
So there's what I would classify as a Harlan one, maybe, is a ba ha 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 ha. So it starts with a B and then is followed by 3
That
ha-has.
sounds.
And
That sounds like a Chris Danzig one to me.
this
actually.
particular 31-year-old that was interviewed said, I like it because it's a serious laugh. Like, I'm not screwing around with that laugh. I'm actually
That feels-
laughing.
That feels like a theater kid laugh.
Like a guffaw.
That feels like a.
a theater kid
Yeah,
laugh.
like it's too
Interesting.
self-serious, and you know what you're doing, and I know what you're doing, and I don't like it. It's saccharine. It's faux. There's a facade. I'm
you're
mad at that. You know when
Let's get
somebody
into-
sorry John, you know when somebody makes a joke that's like mediocre, but then one person loses their fucking mind, and you're like,
Yeah.
it wasn't that good of a joke. Like what's
Yeah.
wrong? That's what the bahaha feels like to me.
Got it. Okay. It's like over the top, like, you could cool it.
Because straight up, if you're responding to anything that anyone sends you on your phone, it's not that funny. So it's just most of the time, it's
I
not
beg to
that
differ.
funny.
I think everything I send is the most hilarious shit you've ever seen. in your fucking life.
Kyle is the bahaha.
And I respect. I demand the respect of a proper eLaughter.
I'm going to go back through all of our messages.
Don't look at the ones I sent today.
I'm gonna control F all of our conversations. I would like to enter into the section that I have labeled lol variations.
Oh, this is gonna be, dude. The shit I put on social media for this episode, I can already see the comment sections going absolutely fucking ape shit.
Yeah,
This
it's
has
gonna be
already
good.
been
Yeah.
such a divisive like interactions between all of us.
It's very personal. It's very, because I have opinions. I'm just reading you a New York Times article.
Well, especially when you consider that we are of a generation that grew up with like the advent of instant messaging, like AIM. This was like new to, hey, everybody listening.
Trailblazing.
We were trailblazers.
We were
You
there
don't
3,000
understand.
years ago.
We were on the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, ICQ, AIM, all of this shit. This is where this stuff has its origins.
It's true. And we
So,
were there.
we were there.
3,000
Yeah.
years ago.
All right, so we're gonna get into
Back
the
in
ones
the
that are
ancient
listed
times.
here, and the ones that are not listed here. So, LUL, or the cool girls, EL-OL-EL.
Oh, fuck, bro. The amount of usernames that I saw that had that in their username.
LOL.
Yes. Those are the
Yeah.
pretentious, like, book learned folks.
I guffaw and say LOL spelled
I
out
know what the
phonetically.
Yes.
I know what the word phonetically means.
So it's done as like, oh, that's a very blasé lol.
Yes.
There's
As
an
like,
LO and L in
I'm-
phonetically.
I'm acknowledging that this is humorous, but I don't really have anything better to do. Like
I'm so important.
LOLZ or LULZ.
Which phonetically again, when lulls.
Lols. LAWLZ.
Did it for
which
the
also
lulz.
I've seen spelled out, which is definitely used more as a noun, like
Yes.
an expressive response, like, oh yeah, did it for the lulz, like lots of lulz at that party.
Yes, exactly.
Whatever.
We had lots of
This-
lulls last night.
That was like during the era of Icon has cheeseburger humor, I think.
Very much so.
Yeah.
There, these were listed that I've literally never heard before. Lollerskates,
Oh, I've seen that.
lollercoaster,
Yep.
and loltastic.
Oh,
Yeah,
never
dude,
heard
I know.
loltastic.
I know all of those.
Yeah,
And I encountered all
lollercoaster.
of them for real. There's even, I think, on AIM, if you did semicolon, if you typed out lollercoaster semicolon and then hit enter, it would actually do like an
animation?
a little like roller coaster thing. Maybe it was on MSN Messenger. Maybe
I vaguely remember something like that too.
It was a thing. It was a
Somebody
thing.
went out of their way to program lollercoaster to fucking do some shit.
there was
Yeah.
the loller
Oh,
skates.
lollercopter?
Are you gonna get onto the floor variations here, or are we?
No, we're at the end of the variations
Oh, okay.
section.
Well, what about?
So please elaborate.
There are two other ones that come to mind. One has stood the test of time. The other has not.
Okay.
First one is rofl, which is roll on floor laughing.
Oh yeah, that was earlier on, and I didn't really include
exactly.
that because
It didn't fucking make it. But you know which one fucking did?
LMAO.
Yep.
LMAO
Which
is
I
another one.
lovingly pronounce out loud as Lamoa because I think it's hilarious to
Oh, that's
say it
interesting.
wrong.
That's not how I would pronounce it.
Well, it's
floor
wrong. It's
vari-
wrong because I switched the O and the A to make it say Lamoa.
Oh, you do it on purpose. I see.
I
to
also
be funny.
just got the floor variations, as if like this was an interpretive dance. I do want to say that somebody in this New York Times article did get interviewed that said that they tried to start their own version of that.
Oh, that's just doomed to fail.
And it didn't catch on. Oh, well, I mean, clearly some dude in Canada just threw out an LOL and it lit the world ablaze.
Well,
so
we
this
talked-
person,
Or you guys.
this person tried to start something that was,
Yeah.
I'm about IATFLI,
They're the wrong.
which is I'm about to fucking lose it.
I will say this right now. Kurt Cobain wrote Smells Like Teen Spirit. Just because I want to write that too doesn't mean I can.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean?
true.
LOL. Someone did that and it started the fucking wildfire, baby.
Well,
but I can't come in here and try to come up with my own.
A couple of things too. You guys talked about almost this exact thing on the Morbius when you were talking about Morbius.
Yeah.
In that one person out of billions said a thing, something stupid, and it just
Morbin time.
happenstance. It just resonated something deep inside
Wasn't
of.
even shooting for the stars,
Exactly.
but happened to lasso the moon.
And you can't
Damn.
try. It's like, again, to quote Mean Girls, you can't make fetch happen. You can't try. It's like trying to give yourself a nickname. That's not how these things work.
Yeah.
You know? Also, on a
Call me Big
deeper
T.
on a deeper level, the letters that were used are bad ones. I don't want A,
Yeah.
I, T. Get that shit out of here in my abbreviations.
What about
I mean, Raffle is not good either.
Yeah, the
about
R is rough.
TTFN?
TTFN?
Ta-ta for now.
Oh, I saw that a couple times. It sounds like waspy.
So I met some people on the internet when I was younger. Wow, this is a great start to a story. I think I was in 6th or 7th grade.
Oh, it's
and I
getting
was-
worse.
And I was playing Diablo 2 a lot, and I met some people in game, and that we exchanged aims. And it
We've
was a
heard
married
this
couple.
story, by the way.
We
There's
have.
definitely more than one of these, I'm
Because
sure.
no, this is it. This is the story. I'm rehashing it. This couple was Rosebud 96 and wanted backside
yes.
420, and fucking Rosebud. Whatever time when we were done talking, she would log off with TTFN, and I always just thought it was. I didn't know what it was. I was just like, talk to you Friday night. Talk to you Friday night. I never knew what it was.
Oh my god.
LOL was among the most common online laughs used on Facebook, according to a 2015 study used by the company, and it is used in English, Spanish, and French, all in the form of lol.
Oh,
Isn't
interesting.
that fun? It's an international laughing
I
symbol,
love
basically,
the-
outside of emojis.
Get into
Right.
the J's here. Let's do it.
Yeah. In a 2008 study of online language among teenagers, published in the Journal of American Speech, found that LOL had become used as a signal of intercollectoral involvement, just as one might say or something in the course of conversation. So it was, yes. And now we're getting into that. So there's laughter that hedges. Yes, there's laughter that hedges or softens what you might be saying. There is laughter as turn taking. The text equivalent of a pause to say, now you speak, is basically what we're talking about. So there's also laughter as a way of showing empathy on the subject of like work or your day, which is basically what we're talking about of like, oh, like, man, like today fucking sucked, and you're just like, yeah, lol, I know.
So or like this, hey man, last night, this is all via text. Last night, the way you were talking to Stacy kind of bummed everyone out. Haha.
Yes.
Everyone thinks you kind of need to work on your drinking, lol.
Yeah. 100%. There, like, that is something that is totally happened in our culture as like groups of people
all the time,
because it's almost like a nervous tick, because it's like replacing a period in some senses, because like I've caught myself before sending a text message and I'm like, oh fuck, there's like 3 lulls in this, I gotta take this out.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
Yeah. It's like I'm clearly like anxious about something here.
To me, it's like I'm like I brought up earlier. It's like the many ways to offend people. To me, I want to be the least offensive as possible, unless I want to be absolutely totally offensive. In which case, I will not put any ha-has or lulls. I will be very brutal and go for the goat. The goat. The throat. I'm the goat of going for the throat.
The throat.
Okay, but seriously though, it's like I actively will, if there's anything controversial or could potentially be read the wrong way, I want to put a haha or a lol in, just to convey that I'm saying it with a smile, or my sentiment is friendly and not hostile, basically.
I'm also like trying to think of other examples of words like that. I know there's an abbreviation. It's basically a word at this point, but the first one that comes to mind is using the word listen before you start a sentence that's going to be quite serious in order to do the same thing.
You're
like
totally right.
your
It's a
drunk
qualifier.
friend, for example. Listen, man, you gotta quit it. You need to seek help.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't talk
it's
to
the
Stacey
same way
like
that like Latin languages, or like especially Spanish, you know, you have like the inverted exclamation point at the beginning of a sentence to indicate that it is an exclamation.
Coming up,
you're like you're qualifying the sentence before you start it, and that's essentially what you're doing with the lol or the haha or whatever.
Yeah,
like you're setting up the expectation for what's to come. But what's interesting about the like digital stuff is that people don't pick up on it the same way that they do in real life. So like what we have as a collective of 3 people who have known each other for God knows how many years at this point, we know how we interact in a text form, in like something like that. Whereas like if you just met somebody, you need to relearn essentially what their behaviors are with these language indicators and understand like how they use it, how you use it, how those things clash or maybe don't. Or
I just saw a really great example of what we're talking about. It was a TikTok video, and it was a bunch of younger guys, and one of them had matched with somebody, or he had gone on a date with a girl, and it was text exchange, but they had it was like 5 guys in a room, and they had it projected on the TV. And they were all chiming in, being like, no, you got to say this because this infers that, or like, no, you can't say that, or you should say this, because they're all trying to figure out what this girl, how she talks and what she might respond to. And I feel really bad for people who have grown up with like dating apps as the way to meet new people, because it's so much harder to infer what people are talking about and trying to censor yourself or come across as your best version without knowing anything, without having body language to pick up on and read on. It must be a fucking nightmare to be like a 20-something right now, man. I'm sorry, Gen Z. Fuck.
Yeah, it's like there's a whole nother language happening. Like if you like a
Very
photo of your love interest rival, that's it, dude. You're done. Because you tapped your phone twice on that screen. I don't know. Like she has some
Nemesis.
like old. Yeah, Nemesis is good. Some like old like. We used to be best friends in elementary school, but then we hate each other in high school. If you fucking put your thumb twice on the screen on a photo of their thing, that other person's gonna be like, I saw that you did this. You're fucking done. You're dead to me. And you're like, man, I just thought it was
a good picture of
Yeah.
There's all these new
Gondola.
rules and new layers to communication that are not involved with our actual mouths and faces anymore.
And they're
you know?
culturally specific too.
Yeah, totally.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, I'm done with all of the content that I have to share. This is just us, but like this New York Times article by Jessica Bennett is fantastic and just so interesting the way that dialect works. But like, it got me thinking about how I text these things, or like when, like, you know, we're just talking about how when you actually feel like there are times when I get sent something on my phone and I do literally, and I mean that in the most
Literal sense.
sense of the word, I laugh out
Yeah, it's whenever
loud.
I
And in
send you
order
something,
to,
I know. It's fine.
correct, yes, it's very much so. When I want to convey that, I recognize when I do that.
Oh, yeah.
I do all caps, spaces between L, O, and
yeah,
L.
that's-
That is my, like, that fucking slaps, man. That's like the top-notch shit for me. And so, like, I'm now like over-analyzing, or I guess just analyzing in general, the way that I'm responding to things, because there are definitely like nuances in the way that I respond to shit.
yeah.
It's not just like
Totally, man.
the same every single time.
And it's specific to the person you're responding to as well sometimes. Like, you know, if I respond this way to that person, they're going to be fucking pissed. Or they're
There's
not.
Yeah.
There's a thing that I think is pretty common that I think amongst our friend group is if you send something that's supposed to be funny, the response from someone ends up being a single just fuck. You know they were laughing. You know?
Yeah.
It's like
Lowercase, all lowercase.
How weird is that?
Yeah,
That we've
the
moved
lowercase really sells it too. There's something.
Moved beyond. Fuck, you got. It's like almost like you got me.
It was so
Damn it.
funny. It has diminished you as a human being that all you can eke out is fuck.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like that's another affirmation of like success.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
weird.
Yeah,
So
it's
weird.
well, and another thing. This is kind of like going off specifically the text laughing, but I also saw another TikTok video recently that I sent to everybody that has a TikTok. John, you might have gotten it, where a woman was breaking down what the emojis mean to certain generations. Like between generations, these things get misconstrued or misinterpreted. And like the crying emoji, the one where his eyes are closed and you've got tears coming out, it's like, okay, that's sarcastic. Like, or it's cringy. Like if you're like one of those cringy farmhouse millennials, all of your posts have that fucking laugh. And you don't want to be that type of millennial because those millennials suck. They're awful and annoying.
Okay.
But like certain types
what the
of
fuck's a farmhouse millennial? Don't worry about me. Don't worry about,
farmhouse
I'll
aesthetic,
catch up.
Kyle. It's live, laugh,
farm
love.
core.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same
got
thing.
you. Got
But yeah, but even like the size of the mouth on the emoji that you choose indicates sincerity or insincerity.
Oh my
It's
God.
insane. But it's like it is the world we live in, unfortunately, and these things are important
Their methods
in
of
communicating
communication.
with each other. Yeah.
It's you know, when you live with cats, you know that like if they're staring at daggers at you, if you just close your eyes at them and like kind of bow your head, you're telling them like, "Hey, I don't view you as a threat. We're chilling."
Like those deers in Japan, it bows back.
You bow.
Yeah, dude, exactly though. You have to find the way to communicate with the thing that you're at odds with. You know,
Yeah.
like, and if you're,
God, it sucks though that the impetus is on
It's-
you.
it's on everybody.
Why are we at odds?
No, you're taking it too literally.
We're talking
You're
about
taking it-
cats. Cats are always at odds with everything.
Sure.
I'm just saying
That is true.
I'm saying that things can go from cordial to at odds very quickly with the wrong emoji choice. Or
Sure.
what could be perceived as a sarcastic version of eLaughter when you personally meant like
No.
I was legitimately laughing at that stupid fucking thing you
Yeah,
sent.
I tried to do some research, but none of the things that I could find even began to cover like emails or Slack, because like there's a whole other thing with like work laughter and like that sort of thing, especially with like online things and everyone working from
I'll say
home.
the most disturbing thing for me is I've started recognizing pretty readily. I've noticed when I'm talking about very serious things and I'm making admissions or
Being vulnerable, maybe.
being vulnerable or confessing something or like just like divulging my soul. I will laugh after I say something super heavy.
Ooh, that's rough, buddy. That made me feel just like sad inside a little bit.
I think it's because it's how I have conditioned myself to soften heavy blows via text.
Right.
With like literally saying ha ha.
It's not that serious though. Like, don't be.
Hey
don't.
man, I left a fucking bleeding body in the back of your truck last night. Haha. Like, you know, like stuff like that.
Don't worry about what those drag marks are leading out to the driveway. Haha.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's paint.
It's a joke. It's a practical joke. Don't worry about it.
Red paint.
Yeah.
It'll come out with the power wash.
I will say one last thing, which I just thought about, is that in 10 to 20 to 30 years, this will be in like academic, like curriculum.
There'll be a class you can take. Yeah,
Sure.
Which is like crazy to think.
It's linguistics.
It is.
I think like linguistics is one of the fucking coolest things that exists because like it is ever evolving and ever changing and
it's all made up.
I find this stuff so fascinating. Yeah.
I mean, it's beyond that.
Welcome to LOLs 101. Dude, how do you not walk into that class literally laughing out loud?
There's just like the screen has a bunch of fucking crying emojis like up on the fucking everyone's like, we're all here. Everyone's fucking hard styling and taking selfies. Everyone's just like, this is the fucking best.
Planking has come back. There's a plank class.
There's like there's a planking
seminar.
quadrant. Everyone's over there.
Follow us on all the fucking socials, everybody. If you made it this far, I'm sure you already do. But we love you. Good night. And stay safe out there. Right?
Lol.
No.
Good luck out there. Lol.
Stay safe out there.
I thought he was going to say, don't let the bed bugs
I'm just
bite.
worried about people's safety.
And everyone wanted to know which president was the true throat goat. And
Okay, I do remember this.
And they are all some sort of eldritch monsters of yore, right?
She was also selling videos of her farting in the jar.
I hate this so much. I hate everything about this.
yeah.
Security starboard.